streaking. We're
Ducks
going streaking.
I'm sure that our neighbors appreciated that one, hey?
I'm sure they did. I just needed to channel my inner Will Ferrell there, though I probably got a little bit higher on the scale there than he does normally. But goddamn, they did it.
Finally. It only took 20 games.
I love the fact that we're celebrating this, like getting a regulation win, as much as like if we won the cup or something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, Alli in the chat here saying rip headphone users.
I tried.
Woo indeed.
I tried to back away
We
from the
tried.
microphone.
But nothing can contain that excitement.
No,
and
nothing.
You're saying that we celebrated like it's a playoff win. Anaheim, like Honda Center, sounded like the Ducks had won a playoff game. And then the stadium was only half full. Arena.
It was
sorry.
great.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. I loved it.
Ronarchy jumping in on Twitch here. Welcome. Saying, seriously been up since 3:30 a.m. Pacific. Oh boy. But I'm fighting sleep because I needed this excitement. Yeah.
Dude, good on you. Good on you
for
man.
staying up. You picked a good night to stay up for a Ducks game, that's for sure.
You can rest soon, my friend. You can rest easy.
Yeah. Hopefully you don't need to be up at 3:30 a.m. Pacific time again tomorrow. I guess it's what, just after 9:30 there. That's still 6 hours if you went to bed now. But that's no one's going to bed now. No. Like honestly, I was ready for bed, and then like the Ducks won, and I was like, I'm not going to bed now. We got Raneal in the chat. Hey Raneal, how's it going? Alli saying, didn't watch, wish I did, but I was at a Gulls game and they lost. Oh, well, thank you for providing us with the Gulls update.
We're gonna ask you. We're gonna ask.
Well, yes, unfortunate. I mean, if you can find the replay of the game or even just the highlights, you can get the excitement, because there was a lot of exciting plays in there, which we will break down, but we obviously don't have the highlights to show. And before we get into the game, even more exciting, well, I don't know, very, very close second for excitement. Nate, what are you wearing?
I'm wearing the beautiful Anaheim Ducks reverse retro jersey. It came yesterday. It got here early. I didn't tell you about it because I wanted to surprise you even with it on the show.
It is a welcome surprise for sure.
And I wore this jersey tonight. Mm-hmm. And the Ducks got a regulation win. I think we have to wear this now until we lose again. Right now, this jersey
they're not
undefeated.
Because, they're going to go. This was game 20, so 63-0 to end the season.
Yeah.
Fuck the Devils streak. What a 13 game.
Which, Jesus Christ, should we have a moment of silence for that streak that ended tonight?
Yeah, by none other than Toronto too. Like, that's the last team I would have picked.
Now, are you talking about the Maple Leafs or the Toronto Situation Room?
I didn't watch the game, so that reference is totally over my head. But
okay, so if you don't know what happened, then they had three goals challenged and called back in that game.
Okay.
So I haven't seen what the challenges are.
So Dubas used,
I can't comment on them right now.
Maybe potentially Dubas used some of that Leafs money to pay the refs off, or to pay the NHL off and get a win there.
Yeah, but however, I did see the goal that got called back for goalie interference tonight for Vancouver. That one should have been a good goal. Very much,
which is why they call it back. That's why they called it back.
Yeah, yeah. It should have been. So no, we're not going to call it. But that shouldn't be. We're going to call it. It's all good. So it's opposite day always at the NHL Situation Room.
Yeah, exactly. The Rono Key saying, gonna hit the hay soon. That is good. Listen to the pod tomorrow while prepping American Thanksgiving dinner. That's right. We even talked about this on the second half of the episode that we recorded earlier that you will hear later, but we've already know what's happened. You have one of those things again, like every Wednesday when there's a game on. But happy American Thanksgiving. I guess to you guys, it's just happy Thanksgiving. But to us, it's American Thanksgiving. So yeah, I guess for everyone that listens to this on Thursday, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Turkey Day.
Happy Turkey Day.
Yeah.
Or ham. I know some people do ham.
No, it's Turkey Day.
Or chicken.
who has chicken? Actually, I had chicken on Thanksgiving. Never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say I did too. So
yeah, it's not your typical one, but yeah. So yeah, happy Thanksgiving. And if there's one thing to be thankful for, it is a regulation win. I think.
Exactly. It's a regulation win. It is Troy Terry. It's John Gibson tonight.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
It's Mason McTavish.
Yeah. Roanoke saying that thing's beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
About your jersey. Gulls lost 3-1 against Tucson. Oh, so, pretty.
It was close.
Close game. Scored an empty net in the last. So 2-1 game. Yeah, not bad. And the Roanoke saying, thank you for making the other Toronto team joke. And Alli saying, for Thanksgiving, we do ham or Cornish hens. Turkey is overrated.
Ooh, there you
ham
go.
is good. Ham's good. Yeah. I much prefer ham on Thanksgiving. So yeah. Turkey's a good Christmas dinner, I think.
Yeah. You got to do the pineapple glazed ham or whatever. Like those are really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? I had something. Don't remember. Anyways, let's get into the game. Let's talk about it. Let's go.
It's a game I actually want to talk about. It's fantastic.
Yeah, right.
Haven't had this in 19 games.
The mode shift going from this part that we're doing live after the game to the part that was recorded before the game.
Yeah.
Everybody that's listening to this is going to get fucking whiplash. I swear.
100%. 100%. Yeah, get ready for it, everybody.
Like I just being aware of how I sound and how you sound now. Like we honestly sounded depressed for the first half of the I honestly don't even want to put it out anymore, but we actually did talk about things that are somewhat important in that part, or at least I think so. But it's just all the excitement of this, and then it's going to be a lifeless second half of the episode.
Yeah, exactly.
I just think it's funny
until we get to the end, where we have a great "Would you rather" from our friend Alli, who's in the chat there. So that has been done already, Alli. It will be on the episode that is this episode, but comes out tomorrow.
Yeah. So I see Nate's just updating the advanced stats now that the game is over here. But in case you missed it, then like Alli, 3-2 final. Ducks over the Rangers. Not even in overtime. Regulation.
It has happened, people. We will not be setting any NHL records this week, which is a good thing. Normally, that's a bad thing. This is a good thing.
Mm-hmm. We're not even tying it. We managed to just narrowly, by the skin of our teeth, avoid tying the Arizona Coyotes for worst start to a season.
Well, the second worst. Woo!
Yeah, only the second worst. Yeah.
We're not last place this year.
And I mean, we still got five wins in that stretch anyways. They were just all in overtime.
Yeah. Overtime or shootouts.
Yeah. Was it 5? Yes,
it was
we're
5.
At 6 now, so yeah. And we improved that horrible goal differential by +1 that we talk about later in the episode as well.
+1.
Hey, baby steps. Maybe next time we'll get an empty net goal. It'll be a +2.
There you go.
Be pretty sick. Maybe if they make the nets a little bigger, then it would be +2 already.
I'm also just kind of laughing to myself where it's to quote our good friend Audie James, don't bet on the games that your teams are playing in. Mm-hmm. I put a bet against the Ducks tonight.
Ooh, that's tough.
Actually, no, never mind. I was going to say currently that's the only one that I will lose tonight. But as it stands right now, Vancouver Canucks are leading the Colorado Avalanche 4-3. So I might go 2 for 4 tonight. So I'm losing it anyway.
Yeah.
But
you do a parlay.
It was parlay. So it was supposed to be $260 returning $16. So, but
damn.
It's all right.
Oh well, it happens.
Yeah.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Oh, that one's for you.
So good. So good. It's a cup of coffee.
Alli saying Nate confirmed Ducks hater.
No. There was just good odds on it. That's all it was. I said I was not a believer in the regulation win until I saw it. I've now seen it, and I have learned my lesson. Do not bet against the Ducks. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alli also asked here, when is our next watch along? We don't currently have one scheduled, but I would imagine it won't be for a while since you are wrapping up the school semester here.
Yeah, when might that be actually? Take a quick look at the schedule here.
At the earliest, we could probably, the next Wednesday games are
the next
just
Wednesday
before and after Christmas.
Yeah.
So
if we do one before the new year, it would be the 21st. We're not scheduled for it though. But yeah, otherwise look for us in January there.
Yeah, I got some early ones against Dallas and Edmonton on Wednesdays. Not that we have to do them Wednesdays, but those just tend to be the days that work better for our schedules.
Yeah.
So yeah, won't be, well, we won't say that it won't be before Christmas, but it won't, there's a December 17th against Edmonton. Maybe I'll do that one, even whether or not Nate can do it. I don't know. We'll see. Well, maybe we'll try and get one in for December.
December 7th. Oh, that's in the afternoon. I might be able to join you.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I have no idea what I'm doing, so I may have just committed to something I can't actually do. But we'll see. We'll see if we can get one in mid-December.
I know I work that night, but that's where being an afternoon game that might work out. So we'll have to see.
Yeah. Ronicky saying it doesn't matter if you avoid a regulation wins record by a game or by a mile. Winning's winning.
Facts. 100% facts.
Lauren saying our third win against an Original Six franchise. I suppose. Because we beat Detroit. Who's the other one? Lost to Chicago.
We haven't played Montreal yet.
No.
Okay. Chicago. No.
Oh, Toronto. There it is.
Oh, Toronto. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say we lost to the Bruins. Yeah, right. Toronto. Forgot about that one.
I'm sure many Toronto fans did as well. But yeah, third. I mean, that's 3 for 6 right there.
the game against Toronto is what kickstarted them getting back into high gear, going again.
Yeah.
But
Dom Toretto.
Dom Toretto. There you go. Yeah.
Alli or Lauren has it right here. We beat the Leafs, Red Wings, and now the Rangers. All 3. Yeah.
Hey, we just figured it out off the top of our heads, though.
Yeah. I mean, I had to look at the schedule, but yeah.
Oh, I didn't even. Seeing Alli here as well, do it on a date that there's not a goals game.
Yeah. December 17th, Teddy Bear Toss. Add that to the goals update.
Oh, there you go.
Anyways, back to this game.
Yeah, back to the game. Deserve to win-o-meter from moneypuck.com is showing that we very much should not have won this game. So
I could have told you that.
Extra sweet. 63.6 in favor of the Rangers tonight. The expected goals were 3.97 Rangers, 3.56 Anaheim. So close in terms of the expected goals, but in terms of how the on-ice play went, I feel like you didn't need the advanced stats even to show you that. You could have gone with the basic
just shots on goal
in this one, and
eye test even
5 minutes of this game. So
17-2 were the shots in the third period alone, 43-22 final count for shots. So it's in favor of the Rangers, obviously, but so this was not a game the Ducks deserved to win, but the power of Yaroslav Halak has overcome the Ducks curse, the Ducks regulation curse. So.
Geez, even Troy Terry tonight, his expected goal percentage was just under 70, and he was the best for the Ducks.
Oh, wow.
You had 5 guys between, I'm assuming, 95 and 80%. Blaze, Carpenter, Lafreniere, Kako, and Gauthier. Jesus.
Wow. But yeah, I mean, this game was all John Gibson. This was a classic Ducks game.
Yeah, very much so.
Just, a mediocre, good enough, average effort put in by the team overall, except for John Gibson, who kept us in a game that we had no business being in, and then subsequently won us a game that we had no business winning.
Yeah, exactly.
But man, does it feel good that he can do that again, you know?
Yeah, John Gibson tonight, a .953 save percentage and a what did I see here? A 1.84 goal save above expected.
Those are numbers I have not heard in a long time.
Those are good numbers.
For John Gibson. Usually you hear that about the other side. But
speaking of the other side, actually, Yaroslav Halak wasn't horrible tonight by any means. A negative 0.16 goal save above expected. It's right where he should have been, basically. Yeah. So, yeah, difference maker in this game was 100% John Gibson.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So
I just have no business defending A, the goalie on the other side, and B, Yaroslav Halak, who has no wins so far this season. He's like 0-6 or something now. So
yikes.
Yeah.
You could tell that the vibes were just immaculate tonight, to say the least.
Oh yeah.
Just, I'm going to throw out McTavish, just, his work in front of the net and making his way up the rookie scoring race. I haven't seen what the other leaders are looking like tonight, but with his goal that he had, it put him tied for second in rookie scoring.
Oh, damn. He's just quietly,
very quietly. Yeah.
Stayed in the race. Yeah.
Yeah. He's been okay. So I did take a screenshot of the stats that Bally Sports had. I think it was during the first intermission there. Okay. So Mason McTavish for team ranks among forwards, ice time per game was averaged at 1320 for 10th on the team for forwards. And you normally have 12 forwards per game. You try you don't want to be cycling in guys, right? If you don't have to.
Yeah.
Yet he's still third for quality chances with 24. Third on the team for slot shots with 22. Second for inner slot shots at 13. And first on rebound chances with 6.
Oh, wow.
And I'm going to say this. He's putting up all of these numbers, and he is where he is in the rookie scoring race, despite Dallas Eakins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which I think is more impressive than anything.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, just taking a look here at all rookies, and it hasn't been updated for tonight, and most teams were in action, so this is very subject to change. But in terms of time on ice, most of the rookies this year averaging about 15 to 17 minutes, couple in the 20s, Caden Gooley at 20, Owen Power at 23, and Jake Sanderson at 20. So defensemen are in that realm. But yeah, McTavish only at 13. That is the lowest, I think, or one of the lowest, aside from guys who haven't really played a whole ton.
Yeah,
so far.
He was used tonight, thankfully. 14-10 time on ice for him tonight for McTavish. So
okay, yeah, that's it's pretty decent.
It's always when I look at the time on ice that's where I start to. I mean, there's a lot of things I question the coaching staff on in general, but man, I'm looking at the time on ice tonight, and it's a little wild. Okay, it's not one
for McTavish or just in general.
Just in general, I want you to take a guess. Who had the least amount of time on ice tonight without cheating?
Yeah.
Who had the least, and how long of time on ice did they have?
I'm gonna say that it's probably a forward. I actually didn't even pay attention. Did we go 11-7 tonight, or did we do 12-6?
We went 12-6.
Okay. I'm gonna say that it was. Max Jones seems like the easy answer, but because you're asking and you seem so shocked, I'm not gonna say it's not him. Was it maybe Jakobs or Jacob Silverberg. I guess he goes by Jacob now, or it doesn't go by Jacob now, but he's corrected everybody. Jacob Silverberg, I'm going to say like 6 minutes, 6.5 ish.
So Silverberg is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Had the 10th least time on ice out of the whole team, but
so pretty average, right? Kind of right in the middle.
17-18 for time on ice.
Oh, okay.
Max Jones that you were talking about is 4th last on the team for time on ice tonight with 13:08. Okay, so just keep these in mind here when I say the lowest was Pavel Regenda.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of him, but
with, actually, I want the drum roll for this. 3:42.
What's even the point?
I repeat, Pavel Regenda with the lowest time on ice against the New York Rangers, 3:42.
Like
Mason McTavish sat in the penalty box longer than Pavel Regenda was on the ice tonight.
What is with Dallas Eakins and having to just like coddle some poor rookie with his ice time? I don't get it.
I have no idea. And this one I maybe not as, this shouldn't be as low, but Sam Carrick 4:06 tonight. And then it jumps to Colton White with 12:28.
Damn.
That is a drastic difference. And if we're looking at forwards, you go from that 4:06 of Carrick to the 13:08 of Jones.
Yeah, that's insane. Did we lose anyone to injuries to make the rotational?
I don't think so. Not that I noticed, at least.
Yeah, that's weird. Man.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. Sorry, I did just filter out, going back to McTavish here, his 13 minutes and 20 seconds average time on ice is 10th out of rookie forwards. I filtered out defensemen because it's obviously hard to compare. So,
and yet the guy could potentially, again, we don't have the updated stats right now, could potentially be sitting second in scoring among rookies.
Yeah, right. Here I did well, that's originally what I had pulled this up for. He has 9 currently, 9 points, and
10 after tonight.
Yeah. Which puts him. Oh, this isn't right. It's still not showing. Oh wait, yes it is. Did I fuck something up? No, we're good. Okay, yeah, he is. Just wanted to make sure he's 6th in rookie scoring. With his 9 points here, 10 would tie him with Addison, who I know had a couple points tonight. JJ Peterka with Buffalo, and Fabian Zetterlund with New Jersey. And then put in just 1 behind Beniers and Matthias Maccelli. I've literally never heard this kid's name, but apparently he's got 11 points in 17 games with Arizona. So maybe I need to watch more Arizona games. But
there you go. Arizona as well I think it was 4-0 tonight against Carolina.
Yeah, they had 1 shot in the first period, and then they just ended up winning 4-0.
Jesus.
It's absolutely nuts, man. I don't know what they were doing, but
yeah, Dmitry Kulikov having a really oddly good night.
Yeah, obviously we don't like when guys get injured, but maybe a stick to the face from his own teammate is exactly what he needed to just figure shit out. Because he did that, and then he scored a goal, and then he saved a goal that probably would have made it so we lost this game or had to win it in overtime.
Dmitry Kulikov tonight, according to Hockey Stats or HockeyStatCards.com, was the 4th best player on the ice tonight in terms of their game score at a 1.76.
Damn.
The top guy was John Gibson with a 2.86. So that kind of gives you a little bit of a frame of reference there.
Oh, yeah.
But
cool. Alli also says McTavish for Calder, 100%.
Yep. Yeah. Do it. You can go bet on it on DraftKings Sportsbook. Promo code THPN. Go do it.
There you go.
Still a chance.
But yeah, great game for him. It was nice to see.
Yeah. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one who's kind of feeling like this, though. I was seeing a couple tweets about it. Yeah, just John Klingberg, kind of done. Hockey Stat Cards has him as the worst performer tonight at a negative 2.06.
When you say worst performer tonight, do you mean out of every game that happened? Or just in the game and all the players in this Rangers Duck game?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's Rangers and Ducks. He was the worst.
Okay.
Tonight.
Which I'm not going to disagree with. I won't say too much because we talked about it earlier, which you will hear later. He has not been good lately, and it's really hurting us, especially when he needs to be one of our top defensemen because of all the injuries. But
well, I mean, even him tonight is the reason that the Ducks go down 1-0 in the first half of the first period. There, Gibson maybe could have had that one, sure, but. Yeah, Klingberg just gave up that puck, got beside him, and like there was nothing he really tried after that. It seemed like. So yeah, it was just rough. And right away, I was just like, oh great, like okay, here we go. So
do you know what?
Just did not look good tonight. So
do you know what he played tonight? How much time?
Klingberg played 15:31.
Which sounds like a lot, but it's 10 minutes less than Cam Fowler.
Yeah, who played we talk about this later. The weird thing how this works.
It'll all make sense why we're bringing this up when you hear the rest of the episode, but
25:51 for Cam Fowler tonight.
Simon Benoit played 22 minutes as well, which I think we'll get back to him. But
I
just want to wrap up the time on ice stuff. Just wait, it'll be next. It'll be next. I promise. I just want to look at other defensemen. Kevin Shattenkirk 21, Kulikov or almost 22, Kulikov 20, Colton White 12 minutes. So yeah, aside from Colton White, Klingberg played the least amount of minutes at 15, which I am very happy with that he's being punished. So 15 still sounds like a lot, but compared to the other defensemen, I'm totally fine with that. Back to
the vibes being immaculate. Benoit, a defenseman, second a young defenseman, if I'm recalling correctly off the top of my head, and third in front of the net. Okay, that's not normally where you are, but sure. Then tries a between the legs shot
out of nowhere. And I mean, it goes back to something we've talked about before.
I didn't know whether to be like laughing, just enjoying the thing, or going, what the fuck are you doing? I didn't. I was like just like in the middle of like, I want to enjoy this, but what the hell are we doing, you guys?
Like it sounds like it should never happen, and you're like, who the fuck is this guy? But like we've talked about it before, but every player that even plays a single game in the NHL is one of the best like hockey players on the planet. Like if they just showed up to a beer league game, if Simon Benoit showed up to a beer league game, he would do that kind of shit and score on it probably 4 times in the span of like 5 minutes. Like they're
absolutely.
Like these guys are all just insane, but like to do that against and even get the opportunity as a defenseman in the NHL is absolutely nuts. If you would have scored on that, I would have lost my mind. I would have bought a Benoit jersey, probably. Like that's nuts.
That was like, oh man, who posted it? Somebody had posted like, did Benoit just do like a between the legs shot? And I replied on the Quack Report Twitter at Quack Report Pod of like, okay, glad I'm not like hallucinating right now. I'm still not entirely convinced that wasn't just Trevor Zegras in a Simon Benoit jersey trying to pull some weird shit and like just throw off the competition, you know? Yeah, here, swap me your jersey for a second. I'll go get you a point.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And it's like, oh yeah, like no one will. I mean, if you're say Adam Fox on the Rangers or Jacob Trouba, you're not going to bother defending Simon Benoit like too hard when he's in front of the net. If it's Trevor Zegras, you're bodying that guy, you're putting everything you got into it. But Simon Benoit, whatever. So I think it's Trevor Zegras in a Simon Benoit jersey. That's
there you go.
That's what I think. But
Yeah.
not saying that Simon Benoit couldn't do that, but it's a very Zegras thing to do. So
Yeah, very true.
Ranaki says, all right, gang, time to tap out. Glad to have been here for the win and your excitement. It was great to have you here. Nate, before I split, got to say again, that reverse retro looks so good.
Thank you. And I know I did a TikTok thing as well with the Flames reverse retro jersey. Now that I have this one, be on the lookout for me posting that too.
Nice.
So
Kevin says they fucking did it.
They fucking did it.
Time to celebrate at Brewery X. Yeah.
There you go.
Glad you could tune in, Kevin. Yeah, it's that was a fantastic game to witness that we finally did it. Oh, he was at the game. Oh yeah. The crowd was so electric, and the appreciation for Gibby was very warranted. Yeah, it got loud in the last couple minutes, like playoff series winning loud.
Yeah.
So it was fantastic. That's awesome that you could be there. So
it was really good.
If you got any pictures, shoot them over to us at Quack Report Pod, Twitter, Instagram, whatever.
Yeah, do it, man.
So, or or email them, quackreportpod.thpn@gmail.com, whatever works.
Yeah.
So
okay, I have one more point here.
Mm-hmm.
That just says this game more than ever. What the fuck is Kevin Shattenkirk?
Yeah,
I know the guy just came back from injury and that sort of thing, but like, yikes! Like, just for some reason, this game more than others, he just didn't look great. And maybe I'm being too harsh. Like, taking a look at like hockey stat cards here, like he's not the worst guy, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
But like I had a few examples here of like that first big save by Gibson there was Gibson bailing out Shattenkirk for his, I have it here, lackluster defensive play.
Yeah.
The second period, he throws it back into his own end and almost gives it away to the Ranger guy who like had speed for a breakaway. And I was just like, holy shit. And then like maybe 2 minutes later, he's like ripping shots at like horrible angles, not even at the goal, into defensemen. And I'm just like, dude, get off, please. Get off.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's like you said, it is only his second game back from injury, but it's not like those aren't new things that we've seen this season, right? So like, yeah, I mean, we'll see if he steps it up when the whole team elevates their play, and hopefully they do after this this very important win. I hope that it wasn't just a flash in the pan and then we're back to another 19 games without a regulation win. But
I'm ready for it.
Yeah,
I'm ready for it. I will ride this high until Ottawa on Friday. I think what I say later still applies.
Yeah, probably. The attendance for tonight, because Alli was asking here in the chat. On the game summary, it has 13,759. Of course, that includes season ticket holders as well that may have tickets but didn't go.
Yeah.
And because it's a Wednesday, that's very possible that happened for quite a few. And then the capacity, just for context, for those that don't know, Honda Center for hockey games is 17,174. So, I mean, if all 13.7 thousand of those people were there, pretty full. Kevin says it looked pretty full with a lot of salty Rangers fans, which is hilarious. You're like, oh, I'm going to go watch my team beat up on some shitty team at the bottom of the standings and then they lose. Yeah, I would be salty too. It makes sense.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, yeah, pretty full. There was definitely empty seats, even just from looking, and then obviously the numbers support that. But it's, but yeah, it sounded full, which is what's important because it doesn't usually. At least on broadcast. So,
yeah.
Not that I've ever been, but yeah.
There's at least noise coming out that weren't booze. So
yeah.
Actually, sorry, I got one more point here, and then if you have anything else, go for it. That was the first time that the Ducks have had a lead heading into the third period this season as well.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that because the games we've won have been comebacks.
Yeah.
And otherwise we've just lost like so early in the game, right? So
yeah. I seen that stat and I was like, oh my God, okay.
yeah. Kevin says lots of kids too with school out. I guess, yeah, because American Thanksgiving. Keep forgetting about that. Overall, it felt like a rave. Nice.
Love it. Yeah. Do you have anything other points of the West?
I don't think so. You kind of had added everything that I had wanted to talk about.
Cool.
Or it had gotten brought up and then I'd snuck it in, everything that I wanted to say anyways. So yeah, I think that's kind of it. Yeah, I mean, hopefully this is the John Gibson that we will get for the rest of the season. I hope that that's the case. I also hope we still get to see Stellars because I think it is a bit
we need to still see Stellars.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't played since I want to say Florida. Oh no, he played against Chicago. You're right.
Yeah, Chicago.
Yeah.
Except for relief on what was that, Saturday?
Yeah.
But
he hasn't started. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's more what I was getting at, I suppose. Yeah. Chicago. You're right. Which almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
At this point, like a week and a half.
Oh my God. You can't be doing that.
That's 5 games in a row that Gibson has got the start. And yes, he was pulled in one.
Yeah.
And Stellars did go in relief, but I don't know. Maybe against Ottawa, you play Stellars.
Yeah. I think that's kind of your best bet.
Yeah. Like, even though Gibson put on a phenomenal performance, like, I don't know.
Give him a break. You play him against Seattle, who is the 3rd place team in the division right now.
Yeah. That's kind of what I think too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going into the, actually, there was one other thing I wanted to say. I said something in the later part. I don't even remember the context, but in the later part of the episode, I said something about like, I haven't noticed Comtois like in the last couple games.
Right.
Apparently, he hasn't even played, which is why I haven't noticed him. And I know people are gonna be like, "What the fuck, Carter?" But Nate also didn't correct me, so it's also what the fuck.
I didn't realize it either. So,
but yeah, apparently he's been out since that game against Chicago. He's missed 5 straight now with a undisclosed lower body injury, and like there's been nothing come out about it from even like Duck's Twitter. I didn't even see anything about that. So I place full blame on
good times.
Yeah,
good times.
But I mean, now we can't place blame on Comtois not being noticeable because what can you do?
Yeah, exactly.
But just wanted to correct that. So later people aren't like, what the fuck? Like, has he not been paying attention? How can I trust anything he's just said if he doesn't even watch the games? I watch the games. Just, I don't notice that sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question for you, Nate. Given how tonight went, do you want to update any of your predictions for the games against Ottawa or Seattle?
No, I'm keeping them how they are.
Okay. I also am going to, because I'm not one to just, change everything based off of the most recent outcome. So
yeah,
we'll see. Until proven otherwise, I will probably predict against the Ducks, but we'll see.
Yeah. However, I will say something that will change is our online store prices at tqrshop.myspreadshop.com. Or .ca if you're in Canada, specifically on Friday. Because guess what? We're doing some Black Friday sales. 35% off. Stock up on your Christmas shopping. Be sure to get everybody a TQR crew neck or a nice trucker hat like I have or whatever else. So there's still the Skilling It Up shirts are still up. You can, give it to somebody to tell them to skill it up. And go get some merch. Go do it.
Do it on Friday. 35% off.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to be getting some.
Do it.
Yeah. And also, if you're like, wow, look at how great this merch is. Wow, these prices are great. I want to tell them how much I appreciate that. You can do that down at the link below till the end of the month for our TQR feedback survey. We've got some great responses so far, and we love the feedback. positive or negative. We want to just continue to adapt the show to suit what you guys want, because it's fun for us too, and we like to shake things up. So down at the link, you can do that. One other thing I wanted to say about this game, Troy Terry hitting the crossbar on the open.
Oh my God.
Like,
Zegras just laughing, like just chuckling at him too. I was just like, oh man.
Like Zegras is always going to laugh about that, but you can definitely laugh about that when you end up winning the game. But if you end up losing, like,
then that
hurts a lot. You're like, like, and he had to put some air on it, right? Because the New York defender was kind of in the way, but like, just a little less air next time, maybe, Terry.
Yeah,
that would be good. Because like, not only did it just hit the crossbar, it hit the crossbar and then went out of play. So like, it had some pepper on it there.
Yeah.
But okay, yeah. That is all for this episode. We will throw it over to our friends at DraftKings to end it off. If you are listening to this live the next day, not live the next day, but the audio version or the video version the next day, then it will be in... Then after that, you'll get the depressing part of the episode, or the part where we're depressed, that we recorded earlier. And otherwise, we'll just end it off right away here for everybody that's listening live. We appreciate you guys tuning in to celebrate this regulation win with us. It's been a blast, and we will see you guys on Monday.
Yeah.
In the meantime, have a good one. Hockey fans, light the lamp this winter with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. New customers can bet just $5 pre-game money line on any NHL team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. If that wasn't enough excitement, you can turn small bets into bigger payouts with same-game parlays. Combine multiple bets like which team will win, how many goals will be scored, and more for your shot at an even bigger payout. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code THPN, bet $5 on any NHL team to win their game, and get $150 in free bets if they do. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code THPN. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. All right, we are back. I don't know if we're coming in from a break or whatever, but we're back. And
we're here. Yay.
Yes, we are here from the past.
Talking to you in the future.
Yeah.
Time traveling.
Anyways,
I love this.
Before we get too far down the rabbit hole, let's talk about the game against the St. Louis Blues. 3-1 loss to them on Monday. So, I mean, improved from, score-wise at least, improved from Saturday.
Yeah, the rest of this game was fucking Groundhog's Day, though.
Yeah, right? Yeah, no, it was honestly like pretty much identical. Like, good effort and just not the result that you should have maybe had.
Yeah.
So, although, to get into the deserved to win meter, because I didn't actually look at this before, and 63.4% in favor of St. Louis. I would have thought it would have been in favor of Anaheim. I honestly thought they were the better team for most of the night.
Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna disagree a little bit. They definitely still just the first goal 11 seconds in.
Okay, yes, after that, obviously.
Okay, after that, sure. Okay,
Yeah.
but like that, even just like those 11 seconds to me just were, you knew the outcome of the game, I felt like right away. Because like,
oh yeah,
like even like within those couple of seconds, the Ducks just looked like they were on their heels. Just not
ready
prepared.
to play.
Yeah. So,
and then they gave up like another good scoring chance, like literally seconds later.
Yeah.
So I think it was Parayko.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a rough start that was foretelling of how the night would go. I think with it only being a 3-1 game, like with an empty net there, I think that's like luck almost. So
yeah, I mean, after the opening goal and then the other quick chance that was almost a goal, I honestly thought the Ducks looked solid. Like it was their period in the first. Like St. Louis basically had no chances. The second was like pretty even. Third was pretty even. Like I don't know. Maybe my bar is just so low for this Ducks team now that like anything that isn't like letting in 5 goals in a period is just like, oh wow, look at how good the Ducks were.
Yeah,
this period.
exactly.
Maybe that's all it is, but I don't know. I thought like, yeah, it was still a decent game. It was 1-1 for a good portion of it, and it was good back and forth action. And then, yeah, just really special teams, I guess, was the difference because we didn't get a power play goal and they did. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think the difference in this game, at least for Anaheim not getting absolutely shit stomped like they did last time, was a game resurgence for John Gibson again. Unfortunately, just the up-down roller coaster of this man's playing behind this team currently. But yeah, had a 1.31 goal save above expected and a 923 save percentage on the night. So, yeah, good bounce back game, I guess, for him, considering what happened just 2 nights prior against the exact same team. So, yeah, definitely looked better himself overall. But I don't know if I can say that the team exactly in front of him helped as much. So,
oh, yeah. Good. Well, yeah, he had to make some pretty big acrobatic saves, like on some guys, which is what we know and love from John Gibson. It sucks that he has to make so many of those in a game, but but yeah, it was definitely a good redemption game for him. Oh, wow, the train has left the station, everybody. Jesus, I don't know if you just saw my lights turn off there for a second, but like, Jesus. What was I talking about? Oh, John Gibson. Yeah, right. Okay, it's back. Wow, sorry for that, everybody.
Do you see what 19 at this point, 19 straight without a regulation loss does to you?
Yeah.
We're not even on the team, and we're just like, what?
Yeah. We had talked about Anthony Stolarz should get the start in this game just as like a whole reset for the team. And I think maybe the team might have played better. Well, they probably would have because they play better in front of Stolarz. But I do like that John Gibson got that shot at redemption and he took advantage of it and said like, no, I'm going to shut it down. And he let in 2 goals on the night, but like it's hard to blame the 11 seconds in, literally the first shot of the game, and just like absolutely no help. Like you can't blame him for that one. And then a power play goal, like he tried to get over as best he could, but it was scrambly. Like I can't even really put that on the penalty kill. Like it's.
I mean, the guy's left wide open, but yeah, it's not on Gibson, I don't think. So.
No, so like that was a pretty solid game by him, and he kept us in it. I think like it probably actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, if not for John Gibson, this was probably a 6-1 game.
Yeah, this was another slaughter. So
yeah,
by a team who's now after that game won 7 straight.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Blues are back, everybody. Unfortunately, they seem to be.
Yeah, I found it funny because I just happened to have the Blues stream on. I don't even know if there was a Ducks one, honestly, but I was watching the Blues stream of this game, and at the end they said that the Blues were the first team in NHL history to lose 8 straight and then win the next 7 straight. And I was like, fucking yeah, they are. Like, but what a stupid stat to pull there. And then they like Darren Pang asked, I don't even remember who it was, one of the Blues after the game, like, hey, you're the first team in NHL history to do that. How does it feel? And he was just like, I mean, we won 7 straight, so that's pretty nice. But like, what do you, of course we are. Like, what a stupid fucking stat that is. I don't know. It's just dumb.
So it was they lost 8 straight to start the season.
Not quite to start the season.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, at some point in the season, it was they lost 8 straight, and then the next 7 they've won.
Okay, so in those 15 games, then I don't know what there's like. Sure, okay, maybe it's a historical thing, I guess, but like, I don't know. If I'm a Blues guy getting asked that, I'm going, all right, Panger. You have the number 7 there, right? And you have the number 8. Which one's bigger?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so the losses is still big. Okay, so we're under 500 then if you're looking at those 15 games. Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, right. It's
like,
dumb.
what?
And like it just seems like one of those weird like cherry picked stats, like where you could probably go back and be like, oh hey, you're the first team to win 2 and then lose 1 and then win 1 and then lose 2 and then win 3 and then lose 1. How does that feel? It's like, I don't fucking know. It's like it's like a regular fucking season. Like it's just weird. So
it's just like trying to develop something of a storyline, because like I don't know, to be honest, for myself, like outside of John Gibson, there wasn't a whole lot really
to talk about. No, it was
to talk about for this game. Like, I don't know. I got here. Like, yeah, Gibby's bounce back. Troy Terry was pretty snake bitten in this game. Guy had an expected goals of 1.487. So like 1-2 goals and 6 shots, but no points on the night. And then
the rare Troy Terry, fantastic game, but no points. Like usually he can just turn it on and rack up a point or two. But yeah, it was tough to watch.
Yeah, so. Which does go to Jordan Bennington a little bit there as well, as much as it pains me to say it's a 2.41 goal save above expected in the game. So
yeah, as good as John Gibson was, he was still the second best goalie in the game.
Yeah, so. Exactly. Cam Fowler though, holy shit, that was a game for him. I would say. You look at the stats. Okay, maybe nothing too wild, I guess. Guy had 2 shots on goal, 2 takeaways and a block were kind of like the main things I picked out, besides like, the one that he had the lone goal for the Ducks.
Yeah. Was that not Carrick's goal? Like, did that not hit off Carrick's stick?
I don't think so. And they at least in the stats, they have it credited to Fowler. So.
Yeah, but every angle I've seen, it looks like Carrick's goal. And like on the broadcast, it looks like Carrick, and Carrick celebrates. So like, it's weird that they haven't changed that.
Yeah.
Unless it just looks like it hit his stick and it actually didn't. But to me, it looked like it was going wide, hit his stick, and then went in. I don't know.
It's all an optical illusion.
Potentially, yeah. It's all a conspiracy. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? But,
the big thing here, though, that I took out of looking at Fowler's numbers for the night, he played 25 minutes and 23 seconds. So he had 3 minutes and 52 seconds on the power play and 1:56 on the penalty kill. So, but like,
everywhere in every situation.
Like 25 and a half minutes though is hot damn. And the next time on ice among D was Klingberg at 18:46. That is a massive drop there.
Yeah. I mean, you look at the state of our defense though, like Fowler, we kind of need Fowler to play those big minutes, and like ideally Klingberg would play a little bit more, so maybe it's like 22 for each of those guys. But the way Klingberg's been playing, you're not playing him for 22 minutes a night. Fuck, you probably don't even want to play him for 18. If we were fully healthy, I think Klingberg gets like 6 minutes. That's what I would do anyways. He's been abysmal, but like, you kind of have to, because otherwise you're playing like Colton White for these 18 minutes, and like that scares me even more.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I'm kind of laughing because like you had said like, oh, like, you want Fowler to be playing those big minutes, and I'm just like, dude, he played all the minutes.
Like, yeah, right. like fuck, we lose another D-man and he might just play the full 60. Like
we played 7 defensemen and this guy still racked up over 25 minutes.
That's right. I forgot we played 7.
Yeah, we played Jesus. 7D. Like just for like I said, like Klingberg was the next highest at 18:46. So like give or take a little bit, that's like an extra 7 minutes in total, right? Like that's almost what some guys play for a game.
7 minutes, yeah, right?
Yeah. The lowest for defensemen in terms of time on ice on the night was Strand with 11:38. And then it goes up to Benoit 12:30. So that's it's quite a jump, considering that there were 7 defensemen on the bench.
Yeah.
That's a little nuts, I think.
I think this is something that's just flown under the radar all season, because Fowler's lowest time on ice so far this season has been like 21 minutes, and that's only happened twice. Generally, he's been playing 24 to 26 minutes a night.
Which, I mean, like, doesn't seem uncommon, I guess, for a top pairing guy.
No, not really. Yeah.
So I guess more it seemed so glaring because, like I said, it was like a 7-minute difference between him and the next guy.
Yeah, right. Against Detroit on the 15th there a couple weeks ago, he played 30 minutes and 27 seconds. Did that game go to overtime?
The Detroit game?
Yeah.
No. I'm pretty sure we lost that one handedly. Did we not?
No, that was the one we won 3-2. The one a couple weeks ago. Oh, so yes, it would have been an overtime.
Oh, if it was a win, then yeah, it's overtime.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So then that makes sense that he played a little more. But yeah, I don't know. It just seems like more than he usually plays. Maybe, well, no, maybe not. But anyways, the reason I got down that rabbit hole is I wanted to compare his time on ice just league wide. So his average time on ice is 24 minutes and 56 seconds. So just shy of 25. Good for ninth in the league on average time on ice. Just for comparison's sake, Cale Makar is at exactly 27 minutes, leading the league in average time on ice per game.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so, that kid is a mutant though.
Oh yeah, it's insane.
Like what is it? The other night he became the fastest defenseman to 200 points.
No, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And dude's what, like 21, 22?
What? Okay, I'm finding what the record was here. Where is it? 200 points.
Oh no, he's a little older. Sorry. Yeah, he's 24, but still. Oh yeah, 200 points in 195 games. Jesus.
And he did it 12 games faster than the previous mark.
Oh. Wow. Just the fact that he's over a point per game pace as a defenseman at 24 years old.
Right.
Like that's nuts. In like
full
NHL seasons.
So the next guys, other fastest defensemen to 200 points in the league are as follows. So like we said, it was Makar 200 points. Oh, excuse me, in 195 games. Sergio Zubov 207 games played. Brian Leach 211. Phil Housley at 212. Dennis Potvin at 212. Mark Howe at 216. And Bobby Orr at 216. Just to give you an idea of some of the past great defensemen, offensive defensemen that Makar just did a drive-by on, basically.
Yeah, right.
Jesus.
Fuck. Yeah, I mean, just wait for another 50 games when he gets another 100 points, and we talk about how insane that record is. Man, that's absolutely nuts. But
it may be too early to start talking about this, but I am kind of curious actually who it's got to be Orr who holds the record
for most points
by a defenseman, right?
I would think. But
let's take a look
I'm
here.
Not 100% sure on that one.
Oh no, yeah, not even close to Bobby Orr. Whoops, my bad. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, Bobby Orr had injury issues later. Ray Bourque in 1,612 games had 1,579 points.
1,579. Okay, that's maybe never being touched, but 1,579.
I don't know if Cale Makar is able to continue the way he is.
Yeah, I mean, depends how long he plays, right? But well, here, what's his current pace? So he's got 200 points and 195, so 1.02 ish. And he needs sorry, how many games did
Bourque
play?
16-12.
16-12, so that would be oh wait, what am I doing? Oh god, 195. I do math all day for a living. I can't be expected to come home.
You literally do math all day for a living.
Yeah, I know. Okay, if he wanted to hit What's the points? The points is what I wanted, not the games. For Ray Bork. What was the points?
The points for Ray Bork, 1579.
Okay. Should I multiply this by 1579? No, I would divide it by, or divide 1579 by that, which is 1,540 games minus the 195 he's already played. So he has to play another 1,300 games, which is 16 and a half seasons, which would put him at 40 and a half ish. Yeah.
He could do it.
16 and a half full seasons at the current pace he's on.
Yeah.
But to be fair, he hasn't hit his prime yet either.
Yeah, I was going to say, this guy's only 24.
Yeah.
Like I said, way too early, baby. But I'm just like, yeah, you know what? Maybe he could do it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure when Ovechkin came into the league and they were like, oh, he's only going to have to play until he's 40 and keep scoring 50 goals a season, and a couple 60-goal seasons thrown in the mix there to break Gretzky's goal record. Like, that's never going to happen realistically. And now we're talking about it like 15 years later. It's like, no, this could actually happen. So,
like what was the number that I figured out before the season started? I think it was like around like 29 goals over the next 2 seasons for him to beat it or something like that. Like, he's like, the dude's close.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. So,
scary close.
Yeah.
That has to just be a holiday. I don't. Ovechkin getting that record.
Yeah. Oh yeah. In Russia, it probably will be. Yeah.
Canada and the States as well. I don't give a fuck. It needs to be a holiday.
Okay. Everyone just goes out to the rink, plays hockey, drinks vodka, and takes slap shots from the right side of the net.
If Saudi Arabia can have like their first win at the World Cup for soccer and have a national holiday for it, all of North America and Russia can have a holiday for Alexander Ovechkin setting the new goal scoring record in the NHL. That was thought to be untouchable.
Yeah,
100%.
Fair enough. Anyways, tying it back to this game, because we got down a frickin' rabbit hole there. Fowler has played a lot, and he's going to continue to play a lot down the stretch. But yeah, otherwise, like the 2 shots, 2 takeaways, 1 block that he had, I don't know if it has his 1 giveaway there, but he did have the puck taken away from him on that opening 11-second in goal, which, I mean, the whole team didn't really look like they were ready to play, so I can't really just blame him. But like, yeah. But that was like the lone blemish on his game. Besides that, he was flawless, I would say. So, okay, maybe not flawless, but he was really, really good. So,
yeah, no, I do agree with you there. I'm trying to see what's if they have it here. What is expected, or like what is expected on ice against?
Oh yeah.
Even with giving up that goal, he did not have the worst on ice expected goals against. He sat 4th for that game. Do you want to take a guess at who the top 3 guys were?
Klingberg and Kulikov have got to be in there.
You got one of them right.
Kulikov?
Yep.
Okay. I just got like a big, whatever the opposite of a hard-on is for Klingberg right now, just these days.
Limp Biscuit?
Yeah, I guess. Sure. So Kulikov's one. I'm going to say, is Shattenkirk one of the other ones?
No.
No? Okay.
This is the entire team as well. It's not just defensemen.
Oh, yeah, I figured. I'm just riding the defense hard today. And I thought because it was his first game back, maybe he wasn't as great, but he wasn't super noticeable. So
okay, I'll give you one more guess.
I'm gonna go with like Comtois, because I feel like I didn't even notice his existence.
In 4th place, Cam Fowler at 1.63 expected on ice goals against.
Okay.
Frank Vetrano in 3rd at 1.64.
Okay.
Kulikov in 2nd at 1.64. And Ryan Strome at 2.46.
Oh, damn.
Yikes.
Wow. That's not good. And
Nope.
sorry, that was expected goals against.
Yeah, on ice expected goals against.
Okay. Wow. Speaking of, actually, remind me to bring something up about Vetrano a little bit later because actually I'll put it down in the news here.
Hey, remember to bring something up about Vetrano later.
Yeah, as soon as I said that, I knew it was coming, which is why I just typed it into our outline, so I remember to come back to it.
You just know I'm a dink.
Yeah. And I mean, I do the same thing to you, so it makes sense. Yeah, I think the only other note that you have on this game that you wanted to talk about was just a thought on the Blues reverse retro jersey. What did you think?
Actually, I was wanting to hear yours first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What did you think?
It's not as, I mean, seeing the full kit doesn't like totally redeem the jersey for me, but like generally it's a nice jersey. I still have an issue with a team called the Blues being primarily like a gold and yellow, but like,
yeah,
it's actually not bad. Like I don't hate it. It's just the whole like vibe around it is kind of weird. Like it would be like the equivalent of this if like the Calgary Flames were like green or blue or like or orange. Well, I mean,
yeah,
less so orange, but like just like a different color that like didn't really fit.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I do still like these jerseys. They're not something I would want if I were to be a Blues fan, like as like a usual rotation kind of thing.
Yeah. But for like a couple nights in one season, it's all right.
But as a jersey nut to see, because for those who maybe don't know, the Blues reverse retro jersey is actually based off of the like announcement prototype for St. Louis's expansion back in 1967 there. So this jersey has never actually been worn on ice until this season, or like any version of it. At least for an NHL game, it was brought back for what was the last Winter Classic that St. Louis played in? The alumni anyway wore the original prototype jerseys.
That's pretty cool.
So that was the first time I guess it was like actually worn for a game, but like for an actual NHL game though, this look would have been this season for the reverse retros. So
yeah,
as a jersey nut, I appreciate this jersey. But and like it does look good on the ice, I think.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, as a reoccurring thing, probably not. But that's the fun of the reverse retro program, I think. So,
yeah, for sure. You know, this is actually something I didn't even think about during the game. What color did the Ducks wear?
White.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just know that like for Sweden, they're like they have a very similar color palette, and that the yellow is like their away. So I wasn't sure if we're doing it similarly there. But
I think the only other team in the NHL to wear yellow instead of white would have been the LA Kings.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, because their reverse retro jersey this year, that logo has actually never, like that original crown has never been on a white jersey before. Actually, it was always a purple or a yellow one. So
okay.
Yeah. So that's where that like there's some kind of cool history there. So
yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we can move on to a little bit of news now. So Austin Strand sent back down to the Gulls now that Kevin Shattenkirk is healthy. He went down on Tuesday, even though the Ducks Twitter didn't announce it until today, like this afternoon. And I thought, oh, maybe he had to clear waivers. No, he didn't, because he was only up for a couple weeks and 5 games. They just didn't say anything. So that's fine.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
But 0 points in those games, 2 penalty minutes, and 12-24 average time on ice per game for Strand. He had he had 5 shots in the 5 games, which was a shot in every game but the last one against St. Louis, and then he had 2 against Winnipeg. So I mean, he came in and he did his job. He was
nothing to write home about, but just solid enough for the bottom pairing.
Yeah. He was even 0 in plus minus in every game but the first one against St. Louis here, which he was a -2 in, and he played 14:45 in that one. So, but I mean, who wasn't a minus in that game against St. Louis? So, so yeah, like overall, pretty solid showing by Austin Strand. If we inevitably lose another defenseman to injury, I'm sure Strand will be the first call up once again because he was fine. He was serviceable. So
yeah, I thought so as well.
Yeah. And he's young too. He's only like 20, I think. 20? Oh, Christ, never mind. He's 25. What am I thinking of? It was 20. There was a player I was literally just looking at before we recorded. And I was like, oh, he's only 20. Weird. Anyways, doesn't matter.
I don't remember who it was either.
Not
anyway,
important, but yeah. And then Frank Vetrano, I have zero source for this besides that I just remember hearing Elliot Friedman talk about it on a podcast. And I think it's entirely speculation from what I remember, but there's potential rumors of Toronto being interested in Vetrano.
Okay, yes, actually, I did see something about this also.
You have heard something about that? Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if that means...
There's a few ducks that popped up here. Let me see if I can find something.
Okay, yeah. And my understanding was it's not Anaheim is making Vetrano available, but Toronto is like, hey, is Vetrano available? That's what I gathered from that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Anaheim was openly looking to trade some players because this season's probably already a write-off, and also we need to do something if we're gonna, win a game and continue to sell a single ticket past this season. So
yeah. So Jake Rudolph there on Twitter at Reindeer Games 91. Per Elliot Freeman on the 32 Thoughts podcast, Toronto has expressed interest in Frank Vetrano, but they cannot do it at 50% retained even. Elliot's sure we're going to start hearing more about the Ducks. They have a lot of people out looking to see what is out there.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense when you've lost 19, well, not lost, but when you've got 19 games into the season and you haven't won a game in regulation, I think and it's American Thanksgiving, which is generally the cutoff for, okay, are we in the playoff race or are we a lottery team? Then
very, very much a lottery team. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. And I mean, everybody can say, hey, St. Louis in 2019, but that has happened a singular time in NHL history in the 100 and however many years that the league has been around. If Anaheim manages to do that, I will shit my pants live on the internet. But not actually, but I will do something wild like that.
I have such conflicting feelings about that because, no, I don't want to see that. But on the other hand, I'm just that immature that I would want to see somebody shit themselves on the internet.
I mean, it's out there if you want.
Fair enough.
But
I mean, it's not something I actively go looking for. But
yeah. Anyways, yeah. I mean, I would hate to see Frank Vetrano go, considering we just signed him and he's like the only guy on this team that is willing to shoot the puck and can consistently put it in the back of the net off of those shots.
I was going to say he's willing to shoot the puck, but he's not. Mind you, it's been hard for a lot of people to score on this team, but he hasn't really been putting the puck in the net though.
I guess, yeah, maybe not recently.
It's kind of the issue.
See, the issue here is I'm still living in the first couple weeks of the season when I had hope.
Fair enough.
Okay, yeah. 59...
Join us on the dark side.
Yeah. 59 shots in 19 games. If we round that up to nice numbers, we can say 60 and 20, which is 3 shots a game, which is pretty decent.
That is pretty decent.
A 6.8 shooting percentage, which is quite a bit lower than his 10.1 average in his career. So, yeah, not ideal. That's for sure. What was he in New York last year? Oh, also a 6.8. Oh no, 14.3. There we go. So I mean, if you could get back up to that, that'd be pretty sick. But
might be hard on this team.
Yeah, I would think so. So yeah, I mean, I guess it all depends on the return for him. I do like Frank Vetrano on this team. We talked in the offseason about how we thought he would be a decent fit in the top 6, or at least the middle 6. But and yeah, what do we? Yeah, we've got him on a decent deal, 3.65 over 3 years, which, you know, if this team was a contender, then that would be an awesome deal to have a guy like Frank Vetrano on. But
Yeah.
here we are, not being a contender. So, just out of curiosity, who were some of the other guys, or was it really just Vetrano was the only one by name?
Jesus Christ! Sorry, everybody. Smashed the microphone with my phone.
Speaking of smashing things, if you like what you're seeing here and you're watching this on YouTube, smash that like button.
Perfect. No, I couldn't find what else was being said here.
Okay. Just hope it's not my boy Strome. Like, literally just ordered a jersey.
Why do I feel like I did see his name actually?
I mean,
I'm trying to take a quick look here, but
yeah. I actually, yeah, I guess neither of them have any no move or no trade clauses. So, I mean, I guess it is possible to get rid of, or relatively easy to get rid of them. So,
yeah, I'm not finding anything at the moment. I thought I had seen something a couple days ago of like tires getting kicked on like a few guys, but
yeah. Long story short is there could be a pretty hefty shakeup in the next couple of weeks, I would say.
As if there hasn't been already.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not this season. Not since the off season, that is.
Yeah, I guess. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, losing half your D core is a pretty hefty shakeup, I think.
Yeah.
Unintentional, but
that's fair. Yeah. Not the kind of shakeup you're looking for, I suppose. But
yeah.
So yeah, those are the couple little bits of news. The very, very little news that we have. I guess we could talk about the San Diego Gulls. See if things are going better. Just a little bit down the highway there.
Sure.
So,
spoiler warning, it's not.
Lost 3-0 to the San Jose Barracuda, 5-6 to the Grand Rapids Griffins, and then turned things around and won 6-1 against the Grand Rapids Griffins as well. So, I mean, at least you can win a game in regulation. Christ. Tonight they're playing the Tucson Roadrunners. So, because we're recording it long before that starts, we have no information on what's going on there. But maybe if we remember, we'll throw it into the earlier part of the episode that you guys have already heard, but we haven't done anything with. So, so yeah,
these things are always so confusing.
Yeah, right. So yeah, not super fantastic down there. I mean, losing 3-0 to San Jose sucks, but 1-goal game against Grand Rapids and then a 5-0 or sorry, a plus 5 win, over 5-goal win. Yeah, whatever.
Words are hard today. It's all good.
They are. Over the same team. Yeah, that's fine. Upcoming games, they only have 2.
3.
Oh, 3. There is one down there. Okay. 3 this next week. Which is they've got the 2 on the weekend, as they normally do, Saturday against Coachella Valley, the Coachella Valley Firebirds, and the 27th Sunday against the Henderson Silver Knights, division rival there. So that'll be an important one. I think, now that I think about it, last time we played Henderson, that was like the 7-0 shutout win by Dostal. Was that?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So potentially could be a better week there for the Gulls. Oh, and then the 30th, on a Wednesday against the Colorado Eagles. We'll kind of wrap up that whole week there. So
I love how the 2 games. So Henderson is currently sitting 10th in the Pacific Division.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe Colorado, weirdly enough, is in the division also.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
I think you're right.
And they are first. if I'm remembering correctly, I'm double checking here.
Yeah, it sounds right.
Yeah, the Colorado Eagles are currently sitting first in the division. So, okay, do you want Henderson or do you want Colorado numbers first? What do you want?
Give me Henderson, I guess, because we play Henderson first.
All right. So Henderson is sitting, like I said, 10th in the division out of 10 teams. Have played the most games out of everybody in the division as well at 18. Have a 5-13-0 record right now for 10 points on the season.
Oof.
Colorado is sitting first, having played 16 games, are 10-5-1 with 21 points.
Wow.
Like, not even 20 games in, and there's already an over 10 game spread here.
Yeah.
Yikes.
10 points. 10 points.
Or 10 point, yeah. 10 point spreads. So,
yeah. But I mean, you think about it too. Like you said, what, 10-5-1 was their record?
yeah. And their last 10 is 7-2, or really 8-2, I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, like the Gulls are only 6-10-0, which, like, yeah, that's that's like 4 wins back. So like that's a lot of ground to make up, but it's not impossible to catch that. And if they're first in the division, like you really don't even need to do that. You just gotta, I'm guessing, get above 500 would be playoff numbers for this division.
Well, currently 500 is only one spot above us in 8th place, and that's the Abbotsford Canucks, who are 6-6-1.
Oh, okay. Oh, they've played way less games than the Gulls then.
13 compared to 16 for San Diego there.
Okay.
So, yeah, San Diego, Colorado, and Henderson are on the far, like on the upside, I guess, of games played. San Diego, Colorado at 16, Henderson at 18. Then it drops 15, 14, 13. So,
okay. I mean, it's still possible to do something this season, but yeah, it's not the most promising.
No.
So, but let's take a visit to see how some individual players are doing. Nate, if you've got some numbers here for us for the top 5 players.
Yeah, so Braden Tracy is 5th in points with 11, 5 goals on the season. Danny O'Regan at 12 points right now with 2 goals. Ben Grew with 14 points, 4 goals on the season in 3rd spot. Nicholas Brouillard, the defenseman there, who still does not have an NHL contract. Out of everybody that we could call up, I don't know. Brouillard seems like a decent player.
Yep.
Looked good in the preseason, but the fuck do I know, apparently. 14 points and 4 goals on the season as well for 2nd spot there. And our boy Rocco Grimaldi, 17 points with 6 goals, leading the charge in terms of points for the season. Grimaldi, off the top of my head, is sitting 11th as well for points in the AHL as a whole. So
nice.
Yeah.
Who's like the goal scorer on this team? Would it be Grimaldi with his 6, or is it and I guess Tracy with 5, but like, is it kind of like done by committee? Because just looking at the top 5 guys in points, like there's like all of them have more assists than they do goals. So like, it just doesn't seem like we have that bona fide goal scorer down in San Diego, you know?
Yeah, I don't think we do. Yeah, it's okay. So it's split between 3 guys, actually. Rocco Grimaldi, Jacob Perreault, and Glenn Godden all have 6 goals each.
Okay.
Then you have Braden Tracy with 5, Nicholas Brouillard and Ben Grew there with 4. And then it drops to Danny O'Regan, Justin Kirkland, Pavel Regenda, who is obviously up in Anaheim right now, and Drew Hellison, and Chase DeLeo with 2.
Okay.
So like 12th spot starts with 1 goal on this team.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, that's
28 guys. So
yeah, and out of the top 18, which I guess technically would be your 18 roster guys if everything was perfect, like all of them would have a goal. So yeah, and I mean, it looks like a bunch of other guys are. It even has Eriksson Ek and Dostal in here for goals. That's fun.
Yeah.
I guess it's possible. Yeah, but
I mean, who was it? Earlier last week, AHL goalie scored a goal.
Oh, really?
I want to say for the Iowa Wild, if I'm not mistaken.
This is probably just a Google search away.
Hopefully. While Carter's pulling that up, actually, let's talk about those goaltenders. Lucas Dostal is currently leading in everything, as per usual. Has played 14 games, has a 2.63 goals against average, a 920 save percentage, and still the one shutout on the season. Ole Eriksson Ek, a 441 goals against, an 865 save percentage, and no shutouts in 5 games played.
Nice. Is it? Oh no. What if we go by news? I just googled AHL goalie goal, so we shall. Oh, here we go.
Find it.
I think so.
I think it was just last week.
Yeah, it was. Sorry, just got to find like the actual article now.
Yeah, no worries.
We're getting there.
But yeah, anyway, until Carter finds that there, not looking too hot either for the San Diego Gulls right now. But yeah, scoring is definitely seeming to be done by committee when you're looking at all of the assists that guys are getting. So, which let's double check that actually right now while we were talking about the goals. Rocco Grimaldi leads the team all around. He leads the team in assists as well with 11. Then you have Brouillard, Grew, and O'Regan with 10 assists each. And then it drops to 8 for Oldie Ulevi, Braden Tracy with 6, Jacob Perreault with 4, and then Kirkland, Godden, and Strand. I guess we'll throw in Axel Anderson there, rounding it out with 3 for the top 10, or tied for top 10. Sure.
Okay. It's
coming. It's coming. Jesus
it
Christ, are you using dial-up internet? My God.
Apparently. It was the Iowa Wild goaltender. I'm just trying to figure out. Here we go. Yeah, Jesper Wallstead against the Chicago Wolves. About 30 seconds left in the game. Just kind of like dump in shot on net and just like gets it and fires it down, like literally not even thinking about it.
Yeah, dude just wired that thing down the ice.
Like
it was great
to see,
honestly.
Center of the net. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now, and you know what? Actually, here, let's share the wealth a little bit here. I feel like this is something that we can share with the people that are tuning into us on YouTube here. Here we go.
I don't know. The ECHL even pulled stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just, dead center of the net there. Grabs it without hesitation, drops it, and is up. And just labels it to the center of the net.
Yeah.
Love a good goalie goal.
Did you hear the audio on that?
I didn't, I don't think.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That's usually what gets it is the audio. So.
Oh, like you meant right now. Okay. I thought you just meant like in general. Yeah,
no,
I didn't hear it, so.
Oh, okay.
But I'm laughing here, sorry. Saw that I'd been mentioned by the Ronarchy, who was on one of the last streams there. Him on Twitter, he must be watching the Devils game right now.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I just gone full at Tate Namas over these goalie interference calls that have been overturned. 2 goals. Bill Spalding just read the actual rule after the last non-goal, and it said that outside of the crease, that contact was legal.
Oh man.
Jesus. And then includes as well from @CAHill29 on Twitter, circling the parts of the NHL rule book as to like the situations. So I'm just laughing at went full like Nate on that one.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's
Steve
going on in
Dangle.
San Diego.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I was gonna say Steve Dangle has the if you're a goalie, like if you're a goaltender, tend the goal, and I just have what the fuck is goalie interference anyway?
I guess we got upcoming games for the Anaheim Ducks. We shall see if the well, I guess at this point we don't know if the streak continues or if
I'm
it
going on the
has been ended.
assumption that it's continuing. I'm
It's a safe bet,
I
but
am under the assumption that we are looking at the record Friday night against Ottawa.
yeah, like sole possession of the record. Yeah. Um yeah, Friday 12 p.m. Pacific time start. Um well,
Oh,
yeah,
good. We
I
all
guess it's
we all get it out of our system early. Great.
yeah. I was like, why is that so early? But it's Thanksgiving weekend down in the States, so and
Yeah.
this game is in Anaheim, so yeah.
Mhm.
Remember,
Hey,
we
Ottawa's-
us weird Canadians celebrate Thanksgiving in October, so
Yeah. Hey,
and on a
Ottawa,
Monday, not a Thursday,
Yeah.
so
Ottawa Senators. It's Black Friday. All goals are 100% off.
yeah. Free goals. You get a goal. You get a goal. Everybody gets a
my
goal.
God. I'm looking at the standings right now. The Ottawa Senators are, as of tonight, at least currently, Wednesday at 5:50 Pacific. The Ottawa Senators are currently sitting 31st in league standings. The Anaheim Ducks are obviously sitting 32nd.
Mm-hmm. This is literally our best chance at getting a regulation win.
You would think so. Even with the Ottawa Senators' away record this year of 1-5-1. However, though, they do have the goal scoring and they've definitely had the goaltending, because like this is like kind of wild, to be honest with you. The 31st place Ottawa Senators have a -7 goal differential.
Yeah, which
That's not
yes,
horrible.
it's negative, but it's higher than most bottom feeding teams.
And then compare it to us, the next team down, at -32 for the goal differential.
Is that lowest in the league? Even if it is, lie to me.
Far.
No, lie to me. Tell me it's not that bad.
It's fucking horrible. The spread between top and bottom for differential is the top is +40.
And we're -32.
We're -32.
Who's next? Is there somebody who's like -30?
No. The next closest is the Columbus Blue Jackets, who sit in 27th at -23.
That's a lot.
And Merzlikins has not been great this season either.
Yeah, there's been a lot of shit going wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, at least they've won a game in regulation, but like, geez. Oh man. Yeah. So despite the fact that Ottawa sucks this year in comparison to most of the other teams in the league, that makes it the best chance for the Ducks to get a regulation win. But Christ, is it so far? Like, at what point do we get relegated to the AHL?
Dude, I think San Diego, like, as much as we were just saying, like, oh yeah, they got a 6-10-0 record, like, they have more wins than the Ducks do this season.
Yeah, and like, yeah, there's a difference in competition, sure, but like, who's top in the AHL?
In
the
three less games.
The Providence Bruins have a 10-2, 2-2 record, so 10 wins, 2 losses, 2 overtime losses, 2 shootout losses, for 24 points. At what point do the Providence Bruins get called up to the NHL and the Ducks get relegated down?
Relegation honestly should be a thing for the NHL.
It'd be interesting.
It would be interesting, but I think that could kind of make it fun because like the Arizona Coyotes would have been sent down a while ago. The Buffalo Sabres would like just be kind of getting back into it. I feel like. Like it would be interesting for sure, but that's not how the systems for hockey works, obviously.
Yeah,
so
it would be very complicated because say Anaheim gets relegated to the AHL, do you call up the Providence Bruins and then who plays in Anaheim and who plays in San Diego when it's the same league? Same with the 2 Bruins that are now in the NHL, or does like Anaheim go down and San Diego comes up but then like, oh, you could just send Zegras quote to the Gulls in the AHL, but even though that's the NHL, so it's weird.
Yeah. Nah, even better, man. Just Call it the fucking Newfoundland Growlers of the ECHL and send Anaheim down there. Jesus. Yeah, Newfoundland, 14 games played, 12 1-1 record.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, like
okay.
it's
yeah.
Long story short, and we all know this, it is fucking horrible in Orange County right now.
Yeah.
I don't care that this is the team that is above us. I am expecting that Black Friday is record day for us.
Fittingly, we decided to change Wednesdays to the orange jerseys, so we will be wearing the black home jerseys on Black Friday in celebration of all the goals that Ottawa is going to score.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Predictions, I'm going to call 4-3 for Ottawa.
Okay. I was like, I'm pretty sure he means for Ottawa, but
Yeah.
I want to be sure. Here, if we share the tab here. Add it to the stream. There we go. You said 4-3 for Ottawa.
Yep.
Okay. If you're confused why I have a Seattle prediction in there, I penciled that in for last time. So subject to change, but we shall see. We shall see. Yeah, I mean, you look at the two rosters, and even if both of these teams were playing up to the expectations that I had for them at the start of the season, which was Ottawa fighting for a playoff spot and Anaheim at least like occasionally in the conversation for the wild card, besides last in the wild card race, I would still give this game to Ottawa, because just like on paper, I just think Ottawa has a better constructed team. So, I mean, if I like I said, my bar is just so low already. But like, I don't know. Who does? I looked it up before to see if there was any back-to-backs, and there's not for either of these teams, Ottawa or Seattle. But I don't remember who Seattle plays beforehand. So they're in Vegas tonight, Wednesday night, and then they play us. So they're probably gonna get obliterated there. They got lit up by San Jose and New Jersey, obviously. Who hasn't these days? Yeah, I'm gonna say 3-1 Ottawa. Yeah,
all right,
let's go 3-1 Ottawa.
You sound so sure about that.
Yeah, I'm really not. Although I guess we're allowed to have overtime wins. I think we beat Ottawa. No, I really don't. We don't beat Ottawa in overtime. There's no way. We don't get to overtime against Ottawa. That's my point. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess usually we like to talk about the couple teams here that we have seen, and we've kind of neglected that because the teams have largely been the same, or we've already seen them this season. But Ottawa, we haven't seen yet, and their roster is quite a bit different than what it was last year. They picked up Claude Giroux to add to their top six. Shane Pinto, a rookie, has made his way into the top six in the absence of Josh Norris and has done generally fine there. Who else are we looking at? They added Jake Sanderson, rookie for them, is having a pretty decent season. They got Cam Talbot to do a tandem situation with Anton Forsberg, and he's just come back off injuries. Talbot has. So steps in the right direction for Ottawa. Unfortunately, they've had some injury troubles, namely Josh Norris and Thomas Chabot is out, currently listed as day-to-day, but I feel like he's been day-to-day for a while, so that's not promising. And then Talbot was out to start the season for a few weeks. Oh, yes, concussion for Chabot, so that's...
Yeah,
he was actually supposed to be back tonight, Wednesday night, but it does not look like he will be, so...
Yeah, Forsberg leads the goalie charge with 4 wins. Talbot's got 1. The 909 save percentage. Forsberg has a 904.
Yeah, decent numbers by Forsberg, which, I mean, he was solid last year, so that absolutely makes sense. But yeah, that is the competition that we were up against, and some Cole's notes, I guess, on what's different in Ottawa.
Jesus Christ. Okay, do you want to hear the top 3 points for Ottawa right now?
Oh, sure. Is it Stützle, Tkachuk, and Giroux?
Correct.
Okay.
Not in that order, but yes.
Yeah. Nice.
Stützle is, I guess Giroux and Stützle are tied. Technically, Stützle's in third, 18 points. Giroux, 18 points. And Tkachuk with 22.
Oh, damn.
On the season.
In what, 18 games? So,
yeah.
22? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, makes sense.
A little wild.
So,
little wild.
I'd say so. Yeah, and then moving on to Seattle here. Seattle is doing pretty well this season. They had a pretty solid streak, like win streak, that they might. Oh no, they're not on it. Excuse me, anymore. What was it? 5 games.
Something like that, yeah.
Pittsburgh, Calgary, Minnesota, Pittsburgh. Minnesota, Pittsburgh, Nashville. Yeah, 5 games in a row against solid teams as well. Lost 1-0 to Minnesota, overtime loss to Winnipeg, and then they've won their last 2 against the Rangers and the Kings, both 3-2s. So,
this season's been whack when one, Martin Jones is a starting goaltender again. And 2, I got 3 points here. So 2, he's not doing horse shit. Guy's got a .913 save percentage and 9 wins, including a shutout in there.
Yeah.
And 3rd, I pick him up in fantasy because I dropped Thatcher Demko off the face of the fucking planet.
Yeah. What's different here in Seattle? I had them pulled up as well. I mean, Matty Beniers is now a full-time member there. Alexander Wenberg, I feel like is he new? Or was he there last year?
I don't remember offhand. I do.
No, he was in Columbus. Oh, wait, no. 20. Oh, no. Yeah, no, they signed him. He was there last year. So, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't think we'll be seeing Shane Wright in this game, as their top pick from this year was sent down to the Coachella Firebirds. So the Gulls will see him this week, I guess. But man, that seems like a shit show going on with that right now.
Yeah,
a little bit. Like, sure, the guy would dominate in Kingston, or like they would trade him, kind of thing. But like, besides the resources outside of the game, like guys need game action, obviously, right? Like, what's the point of just having him sit in the box the entire time? Like, at least down in Coachella now, like he's getting some ice time. Jesus.
Yeah.
Like this whole thing just feels like people don't know what they're doing, kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, by the sounds of it, Kingston is not very good this year. So like he wouldn't even be playing with guys that would help him. Yeah. But the issue is like they haven't been able to work out a trade yet. So kind of the idea, and this is from Jeff Merrick on the 32 Thoughts podcast, is they sat him for a couple of weeks. He's going to play 5 games on a conditioning stint in the AHL. He'll be eligible to come back and play a game against Montreal, which will be hilarious. I'm definitely watching that one. And then literally the next day, he can go to the World Junior Camp and play there.
Oh my God.
So then they're going to send him there, obviously. He'll play the World Juniors, and then they'll probably bring him back to Seattle and get him in some more games and see how he does and go from there. So, which I think is good because, yeah, get him in the World Juniors. Absolutely.
Yeah, he'll at least get some ice time.
Yeah. Well, no, like he is playing now. Like he's doing AHL, going to play an NHL game, then go to the World Juniors, like literally all in the span of the next 3 weeks. So,
jeez.
Yeah. Yeah. What else is going on? I mean, honestly, I don't even know what's different in Seattle. Oh, Martin Jones. That's right. That's their article, which you already talked about. So, yeah, I mean, something's working for them though. They got some shit figured out, and they're a tough team this year. So,
currently sitting third in the Pacific Division.
Damn. Yeah, that's a lot higher than
a lot of people
probably
predicted.
Everybody.
Yeah,
everybody predicted.
Their last 10, they are 7-2-1.
Jeez. Yeah, that's
and you don't want to mess with them on the road. They are 5-1-1.
Okay, yeah. So you know what? this 3-0 that I penciled in on Sunday's episode or Monday's episode. I'm leaving that there. Like, there's literally nothing to say otherwise here.
I was kind of thinking it, but because you have it, I'm gonna give some leniency to the Ducks. I'm gonna go 3-1.
St. Louis or Seattle, sorry.
Yeah. Might as well give it to St. Louis.
You know, looking at this here, actually, in our last, 6 games, we've only scored 1 or 2 goals, and then 3 against Florida, which was our best one, and then, but yeah, like we have not been scoring the goals lately, so that makes me happy about my 1 goal, 0 goal predictions here. Yeah. Your 6-2 against the Rangers looks kind of rough because I doubt we're gonna get 2 goals, and you're 4-3 against Ottawa. I mean, you do you. I'm not here to judge.
We'll see how it is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that is upcoming games, and because this is kind of felt like probably a bit of a downer episode because there is pretty much 0 things to be optimistic about here in Anaheim these days.
Hey, no, we're still chasing the record. Still chasing the. Gotta
is
get
that the record you want though? Like,
it's a record that Dallas Eakins wants. Apparently, Jesus Christ.
It might get him fired, which I guess can be excited about that. But
21.
If we get it, I want us to go 82 games. Like,
if people don't start chanting 21 in like the last minute of tonight's game against the Rangers, if we're down kind of thing, I'm going to be upset. Actually, I want people to start chanting 21.
Or can we pull a New Jersey Devils and pull a Fire Eakins chant?
No, because I thought we're tanking for Bedard. Apparently you do that and the team turns it around and goes on to win 13 straight they're at now.
Yeah. I mean, we win 13 straight and we're still at 500. Oh wait, no, never mind. That's a lie. That's a big
I was like, what?
We would be at 18, 14 and 1 if after tonight, if we lose, we would be 18, 13 and 1, which would probably still be just good enough for second wild card spot. And
you can still do it without a regulation win. You can still do it.
13 straight overtime or shootout wins. Hell yeah.
Teams would hate us at that point.
Oh God. I would definitely have to get a pacemaker at that point. But yeah, to just lighten the mood for the end of the episode, longtime listener and fan of the show, Alli, who is generally in the chat here when we do our live streams, has sent us a would you rather. Well, sent you a would you rather from TikTok through Twitter. Gotta love social media. So let's wrap up with a brief what's quacking here.
All right, so this would you rather was originally posted on TikTok by Young Elb, and it's a pretty good one here. If you don't catch it all, Carter, don't worry. I do have the stipulations around this written down, so luckily we don't have to dive into that too much. We just get to make our decisions. I think.
Okay, that's good.
So, all right, here we go.
Rather build a Boeing 747 alone, and you have all the instruction manuals, you're provided housing, but you have to make your own food, and you get a $20 Chipotle stipend per week, but delivery takes an hour and a half, so the Chipotle is soggy and cold once it gets to you. Other than that, actually building the plane, You can call the help support line if you get stuck and the instruction manuals don't work Monday to Thursday during regular business hours 9 to 5 or Friday 9 to 3, but you're put on hold for at least 30 minutes at a time. You're given all the equipment, and when you're building the plane, it's not like you're putting all the screws in and shit. Like, you have like all the big pieces put together, but you have to basically slot the big pieces together to make the plane functional. I don't know if I said this, but you get 5 years to do the plane or you die. And the plane has to be able to work. Like, it has to be up to the industry standard of Boeing 747s for flight. Or you have a death match with a silverback gorilla. You get to choose the arena. So if you want to fight in like the desert because you think like a silverback gorilla would get dehydrated in the desert more quickly than you. So your choice of environment, and you can pick one weapon out of these three. A bow and arrow, you get 10 arrows, and it's like the practice bow and arrows where it's like the blunt tip, which could definitely like penetrate skin. The thing is, you'd have to be accurate, and you'd have to be able to pull the bow back very far to really cause any damage. The second one is a 7-foot spear. With the spear, you could like throw it or something. We're assuming that the gorilla doesn't know how to use a spear in this situation. The third option is to get a gun, but you get no bullets. And basically, you have to search for the bullets. The bullets are hidden around the arena. So if you're in like the desert, they'd be like hidden in the sand. And say there are 100 bullets hidden in the sand, and say it's like a Coliseum type arena. So basically, bow and arrow, 7-foot spear, or handgun, but you have to find the bullets in the sand.
Wow, there's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah. So okay.
Yeah.
So
if you want to do a quick recap of
sure.
Yeah, without all of the explanation that guy provided, the in-depth stuff, but a general point form thing.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. So would you rather either build a Boeing 747 alone? If you don't know what that is like the standard like commercial flight plane.
Yeah.
But like the second last point that he had, in case he forgot to say it, you have 5 years to build this plane or you die. And it has to work to the industry standard.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can have a death match with a silverback gorilla where you choose the arena and you can pick one weapon to use that have their own stipulations.
Okay. I'm just for context. I'm going to see how long it takes. How long does it take to build a 747? There's 6 million parts. Damn. But he said like generally like all the screws and like the big parts put together, you just do like the little things. So
but you're doing it alone.
Yeah.
So it might be a little harder.
Yeah. And I might have missed this. Do you have like all the tools you need? Like if you need a crane to lift up the wing,
I believe so.
Can you like, do you have a crane that you could go and you could lift up the wing and then get down and like weld it to the body?
Yeah, he says you're given all the equipment that you need and you have all the instruction manuals.
Okay. So,
but you're a one-man crew rather than there's I'm assuming there's more than one person working on building an airplane at once.
So it says this is from the Christian Science Monitor, csmonitor.com. It says for one 747, it says over the 43 days it takes to build a jumbo jet, workers here fill in a bar chart every time one of the 14,000 individual jobs is done. Damn, that's a lot of like that is a thick, like if that was an IKEA manual, like, oh man, that's a lot. It doesn't say how many people generally work on it, but 43 days for a whole crew. Workers ride 3,000 bicycles to jobs within the building. So if there's 3,000 bicycles, there's maybe 3,000 workers. On a single plane? Probably not, though. I don't know. Anyways,
that seems like a lot.
A lot of, I guess, how long? How many people would you build a 747? That was for the first one. Yeah, it doesn't really say how many people generally work on it. So, I don't know. 5 years seems reasonable anyways, if you're a single person.
Yeah.
Okay. And then turning to the other side, the gorilla, the silverback gorilla, excuse me. Did you already do a recap of that? I kind of wasn't listening.
I did, but I can say it again. So yeah,
Okay.
deathmatch with the silverback gorilla, where you get to choose the arena and one weapon to use out of 3 that are available, but they all have their own stipulations to them.
Okay. And there was no stipulations on the arena, correct?
Correct. You get to choose the arena.
Okay. In that case, I believe I have found a loophole.
All right.
As gorillas, this, like the other great apes, this is from africafreak.com and from tons of other sources. Quora, which is like Yahoo Answers, but slightly better. Animalhype.com, berggorilla.org. And if it's a .org,
What are some of these names?
you know it's
what was the first one again?
Africafreak.com.
Jesus.
All of these websites say that gorillas are poor swimmers and they are not born with an instinctual ability to swim. So if this is just a generic ass silverback gorilla, they don't know how to swim. So I'm picking the middle of the ocean and I'm just going to tread water until this gorilla drowns in like 30 seconds. And then I'll call time, and then I'll like helicopter lifted out of it, and then boom, I win. I don't even care what weapon. Sure, I'll take whatever. What was it? The bow and arrow, just so I don't have an accident and accidentally like shoot myself or stab myself with the
bow
spear.
and arrows.
Yeah, because then if it happens to watch my movements and learn how to swim, I can stab it through the eye with the blunt tip
Jesus.
arrow. And then the arrow is that thing's problem, not me. So that is my loophole. I am picking gorilla in the middle of the ocean. As long as I get airlifted out as soon as I beat the gorilla.
Dude, you don't want the cold, soggy Chipotle though that comes with your building an airplane.
Dude, if I'm the only person on Earth to win a death match, obviously not really. I didn't really do anything in it, but if I'm the only person on the planet to have technically won a death match against a silverback gorilla, I feel like I would get enough sponsorship money that I could afford hot and steamy Chipotle delivered right to my door, even though we don't have a Chipotle around here because we're in Canada.
All right.
So that's my choice.
Okay, fair enough. I'm going with the silverback gorilla also. I've had a bit more time to think about this.
Okay.
I'm going with the silverback gorilla. And we're going to go all out for this. I'm just going to take everybody's money. We're doing it at Madison Square Garden. We are doing this in the fucking octagon.
All right.
And I'm taking the 7-foot spear.
Okay.
Because all that is just, you go for the biggest part of the body in like the chest area. And you just let that thing just
let it fly.
Die. Yeah.
No,
you're not throwing that thing. You're just
yeah. That's what I'm. Yeah, but yeah.
The spear is 7 foot tall. I'm 5'7".
Yeah,
there's reach there, so I'm good.
Yeah. My only issue is if you put it down and you go to stab and the gorilla like swats it out of the way, and then you're like, oh shit, and then as you're bringing it back to line up your stab again, he grabs it and then pulls on it, and then you stumble, and then he snaps it over his knee, and then he takes the sharp end that he just snapped off and then the other end and just like stabs them into your shoulder blades and then lifts you up and eats you like a kebab. I guess not really like a kebab. We'll say he takes it and, puts it right up there and eats you like a kebab. So
see,
yeah,
now
my issue with that is you got one chance.
See, now I feel like it's a win-win for me either way though. It's either A, I win the death match with the silverback gorilla, or B, I don't have to be around for the real life King Kong to happen.
Fair. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, that's what I'm going for. I'm going for the theatrics and the win-win either way.
Okay. Yeah, I gotcha. What is this? The standard octagon has a diameter of 30 feet. Oh yeah, so you're a long ways away to start it off. Yeah.
Because you got to start on either side of the ring, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
He's going to charge at me, so shove the bottom into the floorboard. Just have it stick up, and
just let him impale himself or herself, whoever.
Yeah.
You know what? It's not bad. It's it's a 99% success rate, I would say.
Yeah.
Whereas mine is pretty much a 100% success rate, unless I get the only gorilla on the planet who has learned how to swim.
And I mean, like if I win, I get everybody's money and I get to go get some hot Chipotle. So
yeah, right. There you go. And even then, like if you, if we do happen to lose this one by some miracle by the gorilla, some basically divine intervention.
Yeah.
I think death by gorilla in a death match situation is preferable to wasting 5 years, or sorry, wasting 4.5 years procrastinating building this Boeing 747, trying to rush to get it done in 6 months, failing, and then just dying. That way, I think death by gorilla is preferable to that. Even if you didn't procrastinate for the 5 years, and let's say you got it done so you didn't die, is that really worth it? Would you want to spend 5 years? Nate, we're in our prime right now. I would say the prime of our life.
Sure.
Potentially. A prime. We're in some good years of our life here. Do we really want to spend that? Those, like the next 5 years building a Boeing 747 every day, and that's all you do? And you get shitty Chipotle. Soggy, cold Chipotle.
And you could probably only order it once a week because it's $20 stipend.
Oh yeah, per week? Was it per week?
Yeah, $20 per week.
Yeah. And it takes an hour and a half to get there.
Yeah.
So I kind of missed the beginning of it. Where are you building this? Are you?
I didn't say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just you're building a.
You're just building it.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Yeah, I think we picked the right option here. I mean, if anyone else has anything else that if they have a different solution for beating this gorilla, or if they somehow prefer building the 747, then maybe that's your job. So you're like, I could bang this out in like a year, and then we're good to go. Then sure, let us know. I mean, it's not a bad option. It's just not what we picked.
Yeah.
And you can do that at Quack Report Pod on Twitter and Instagram and Twitch and YouTube. At all of those places, you can let us know what you would pick. And yeah, that is that. Nate, if people would like to let you know how much more inferior your idea for beating the gorilla is than mine, where can they do that at?
Actually, I'm going to twist it around a little bit.
Okay.
PETA, if you want to come at me for stabbing a silverback gorilla in the middle of Madison Square Garden, my handle is right there at Tatenhomas, TATENHOMAS. I know you've already seen my stuff because of the steaks that I've cut, so
yeah,
you know where to find me.
And I should have no issues with PETA, but if you do, at Carter_Potts_97, because really, I'm not doing anything to the gorilla. I'm just saying like, oh, hey, let's go for a swim. And then he's like, okay. And then that's it. It's not my fault you don't know how to swim. Like, I didn't do anything.
I don't know why that got me as much as it did.
My hands are clean. But yeah, if you want to let me know how much more superior my idea is tonight, you can do that at Carter_Potts, POTTS_97. Thank you everybody for tuning in.
Okay.
Yeah. Quack Report Pod at HockeyPodNet is where you can follow the network. We'll see you guys next time, and go Ducks go.